After you've claimed your lot, you need to look up your lot size. The majority of people will have a 90-foot by 120-foot lot. And you also need to know the orientation because you want to do what I'm about to show you in the correct orientation. Also knowing which edges are the sides and which edges are the front and back, or the street side and back edge of your lot. What you need to do is start out with a new project, hit browse for template, pick the Fox Ridge one and click open. Go ahead and click OK. Once you do that, it's going to open to the ground level part of your file. Unfortunately, this is taking a second, so here we go. Once this is opened, what we're going to do is we're actually going to draw the property lines for your plot. The place you have to go for that is you have one that's called Massing and Site. Go ahead and click that tab. Over here now you have what's called property lines. Property line. It's going to ask you how you want to create it, and we're going to, in our case, create ours by sketching. So it's the second option. Familiar menu should open up, and I'm going to use the rectangle tool to draw my plot size. Now, depending on, again, which way yours goes, depends on what you're going to end up with. So I'm going to draw one up like this. And after I've done that, I'm going to click Modify. When I click this edge, I can input the 90 that my plot is in width. And then I can click this one and this one here and input the 120 my plot is in height. This might also mean that you'll have to move, excuse me, that's not, I don't want to change my size. So I'm going to leave that alone. I'll click the green check mark, and now I can move this plot line so that it is more in line with this here. I'm not going to worry about these right now. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out what's called my setback, meaning I can't build my house right to the edge of these property lines. You're also going to want to know where your road side is, your road facing edge, and where your back line is. In this example, I'm going to have the road facing edge at the lower area and the back line at the top area. These long lines are both sides. That is important because when I go to architecture and I pick model line, I'm going to use model lines to draw exactly what I need it to be. Now I'm going to actually use the offset tool. This is a really cool way to do things. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my offset from my road side. Offset is 30 feet. So I'm going to set my offset here at 30 feet, and I'm going to draw a line from endpoint to endpoint. Now as you can see, it's drawing my line 30 feet away, but it's off the screen. I'm going to hit escape real quick. I still have the same settings, but now I can go from this corner to that corner. And you can see that I create my line 30 feet away. That's what this tool does. I'm then going to change to a 20-foot offset and draw my back edge. Should be able to figure that out based on the opposite of what is there. So that's my front to back. I'm then going to set up and I'm going to draw 10-foot offsets. Start at the bottom here and go up. Okay, that's backwards, so I need to start on this edge at the top and go down. Remember, all my boundary lines should come in. And hit escape and go bottom up on this side. And what I'm left with is a square. This square is the maximum size that my house can occupy. Everything must fit within this square. So the thing I want to do now is get my measure between 2 points tool out, and I want to measure straight across here to here. That gives me 70 feet. Front to back, again, I'm going to do measure. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go straight down, and that also gives me 70 feet. So at this point, my house must fit within a 70-foot square. If any of the overall distances on the house are over 70 feet, it won't work on this plot. I'm also going to want to look for one where I can face the front door and garage doors down towards this bottom edge because that is my setback. I would suggest saving this as your house project, because in several of your drawings, your boundary line will need to be visible. You will likely remove these lines later after you've drawn your exterior walls, but this will help to make sure all of your backsets are correct.